Welcome back, Bob the Vaping Computer Guy. Been a hell of a week, been slow on reviews, I know that. A lot of work, had a root canal. It's a Saturday morning, trying to catch up on some stuff. Today we're taking a look at the Viper RTA by Wotofo. So I've had this thing probably 3 weeks now. I've been using it on and off, and I keep meaning to shoot the review, and I haven't had time to do it. But I'm going to take a vape on it. I have one of my favorite juices, which is I Love Cookies 2 in there. I got a single coil build in here, which is coming out to, if I could ever see that with my bad eyesight, 0.55 ohms, vaping it on 35 watts, which I love. I do like the idea of lower power on a single coil, just because you get so much better battery life. You can use a single 1860 device and get through the whole day pretty much on it, and it's nice. Don't know about the tank though, but let's dive down to the table, take a look at it, then I'll tell you my experiences with it. Alright, so today we're taking a look at the Viper RTA by Wotofo. I actually have the coil in here. I'm doing a little differently today. I've been using this for a while, so I'm shooting this now. I actually have the coil in there, and it's wicked up. No juice, but figured we'd show it to you like this. So it is a proprietary drip tip. As you can see, you're not going to be able to put on what you want if you damage the threading, but it is metal in there. You know, it is better quality. So if you do have any problems with that, though, you are not going to be able to use your own drip tip. You have nice big fill ports on the top, no problem there. This, like I said, because it's not plastic, you actually have the you actually have the metal inner sleeve. You know, it does fit nice and tight, and it's really good threading on there. Take off the base. Oh, by the way, before we do that, let's just show you the airflow on here. The airflow is kind of tight because this actually does come off this ring. Alright, so you got two O-rings sealing this on the airflow, sealing the airflow control ring. And it does have a stopping point, alright? As you can see. In here you will see the grooves on the side there. Alright, so once you put that on, it lines up with a little nubbin in there, and then it will have a stopping point. Turn here and continue forcing it, and it will take off your base. Alright, look at the top first. Glass is removable, but it's really, really tight. Alright, let's see if I can get it off there. Alright, so glass is removable. You have an O-ring in there, which comes off with the glass in my case because it's so tight, but it is a really nice tight fit, and I wanted to show you that because that's always good when you're taking this off with juice still in it, so you can work on your base. The glass does stay on there really nice. Alright, the base, as I said, I already have it coiled and wicked up. We can pull that cotton out of there to show it to you. Let's do that. So if we pull a side of the cotton out there so you can see what the juice well looks like in there. Alright, juice in here will flow through this center hole. Alright, and then it'll flow into those two holes. You can see the red in there. That is your juice flow control. You actually do have juice flow control on here, which didn't look like it in the beginning, but it does. Put the cotton back in there, and you can see the post holes are not tremendous. Alright, they're okay, but you know, this is a single coil RTA, so don't expect to put some giant Claptons or, you know, something crazy in there. This is the coil that it did come with. Right. And when we put the top back on, alright, so you can see the red in there right now, right? Let's see if we can do this on camera here. Okay, so it is hard. Basically, you're going to tighten this, and you can see the red in there right now, okay? Red, orange, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of hard for you to see as I do this, but as I tighten this really tight there, that does turn. Now it's gone. So your juice flow is open. If you go in the opposite direction, a hard push there. See the red in there now? Really hard to see, but it's in there now. Your juice flow is closed. So it's a bit of a pain. It is a little hard to see in there. It's a little strange of a system, but now the juice flow to the wicks is open. All right, let's take off the whole thing. And as soon as you take it off, by manner of just turning that, you do close off the juice flow. All right, so you do have the juice flow. It's kind of like in two spots there. It looks like this one would go down and fill the juice to both channels, but there is another one over here. So it's like this one is going to that slot and this one's going to that slot, I guess. You can't really see in there to see what it's doing. So I'm not going to pull out the posts, which you probably can do, but I'm not going to pull out the posts in that. There's no reason for it. But there you go. So what you do is you're going to close it up. You fill the top, then you continue to turn it some more, and now that juice flow is open. All right, you can't see the orange, but you can see my cotton in there. So there you go. You have a pretty well protruding 510. All right, still don't recommend it for a hybrid, but there you go. That is the Viper RTA from Wotofo. Now let's go back up and talk about if it's worth getting. So the pros on this, I normally don't do the whole pro-con thing, as you know, but let's do the pros. It's made really nice. It wicks well. It's easy to build on. It's pretty good looking. I like it. Everything about it is good, except one thing. I'm not getting the best flavor. I've tried a couple different builds, couple different juices. It's not bad, but I am a dual Clapton RTA Vapor. That's just what I go to. I love things like the Kylan. I jump to that, and I just love the amount of vapor and flavor you get out of a good dual coil RTA. That's my go-to every day. So that's why I've been going on and off with this thing for 3 weeks, because I usually don't go to single coils. They're usually just not enough flavor for me and not enough vapor. The flavor is my only thing. I wish the flavor was stronger. If you use a dripper and you get the most flavor out of that, then you go to a dual coil. That's the next best thing. This is the next one down. And for me, it's just not enough flavor. It's not bad. If you like single coil RTAs, it's a winner. You'll probably greatly enjoy it because it'll be what you're used to, what you like. Low power, high resistance. 0.5 is considered high resistance today. And it's a great tank. It really is nice. It's a Wotofo Viper RTA, and it's a nice tank. For me, it's just not enough vapor, not enough flavor. If I go higher than 40 watts on here, that's too much for the coil, and you start getting a little bit of dry hits. But this particular build in here, it's good, it's okay. It's just not enough flavor. Which, I said that, didn't I? Not enough flavor? So, like I said, if you're a single coil RTA Vapor, you'll love it. I think you'll be very happy with it. I just wish I was able to get more flavor out of it, But other than that, it's a really nice tank. It's built well. It looks well. Looks good. That little, you saw that juice flow control, that's a little wonky just because you got to give it a really tight turn to close it off and a really tight turn to loosen it, and you got to look for that little orange thing in there. It's not like something like this where you can just see, oh look, I'm closing it off, No, you got to look for that little reddish orange rubber in there, O-ring seal gizmo to see that it's closed off. Other than that, that's not a con. That's just a little more difficult than others. The only con, like I said, it's not the flavor of a dual coil. So there you go. That's the Viper RTA by Wotofo. Bye.